Ladies and gentlemen, today we explore a notion that challenges the very core of our societal understanding of success, the idea of a man without money. Now, let us begin by acknowledging the importance of money. It's undeniable money fuels our daily lives, shapes our opportunities, and even defines in many ways our social standing. But here's the crux: money, while a necessary tool in today's world, should never be the singular definition of a man's worth. Money is often perceived as a simple commodity, a tool for acquiring goods, services, and comforts. However, it carries a much deeper significance. Beyond its ability to buy necessities or luxuries, money is a reflection of a person's ability to take on responsibility and create value. In its truest form, money is not just about what you have, it's about what you give. It is the measure of your contribution to the world, the result of your capacity to solve problems, meet needs, and bring about positive change. A man without money often faces a fundamental disconnect. He has failed or is struggling to create value in a manner that society rewards with financial compensation. This lack of money is not necessarily a reflection of inherent inadequacy. Rather, it points to the need for a shift in perspective. If a man is to overcome this challenge, he must first recognize that money is a tool for sustaining responsibility. It is through his ability to create value and serve others that he earns the resources required to fulfill his obligations to himself, to his family, and to his community. Responsibility is the cornerstone of any meaningful life, and it comes in many forms. A man without money may not have the financial means to support a lavish lifestyle, but he still carries responsibility in many other areas of life. He is responsible for his time, for his personal growth, for his relationships, and for his role in the broader community. Money, when earned through hard work and dedication, is the outward manifestation of a man's willingness to take responsibility for his life and his circumstances. Those who lack financial resources often find themselves in a precarious position, facing pressures to survive and navigate a world that demands contributions, but also offering fewer resources. In such situations, the man must ask himself, how can I take responsibility for my own situation and begin to create value regardless of my current financial state? The answer lies in developing a mindset that views challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to learn, adapt, and innovate. The lack of money forces a man to recognize the importance of his effort, his resourcefulness, and his resilience. A man without money may initially feel powerless, but this sense of powerlessness is often an illusion. It is through the process of taking on responsibility, whether in the form of building skills, taking on small tasks, or developing meaningful connections, that he begins to change his circumstances. Money does not appear out of thin air. It is the byproduct of focused, disciplined work and the willingness to solve problems for others. By shifting the focus from the absence of wealth to the creation of value, a man can begin to build the foundation for future success. Money is not an end in itself, it is a means to an end. The responsibility that leads to wealth is not about accumulation for its own sake, but about the ability to contribute, to give, and to serve. A man without money must understand that his challenge is not the lack of funds, but the lack of responsibility in finding ways to provide value. By embracing responsibility in its many forms, he sets the stage to transform his situation and to eventually accumulate the wealth that reflects his efforts. The psychological impact of poverty is profound and often insidious. It's not just about the absence of financial resources, but about how the lack of money affects one's sense of self, ambition, and place in the world. When a man is without money, the world can often seem indifferent or even hostile. He may struggle with feelings of worthlessness or frustration, watching others seemingly flourish while he remains stuck in a cycle of scarcity. The lack of financial security can lead to a cascade of emotional responses that affect not only the way he views himself, but also the way he interacts with others in the world at large. A man without money may begin to internalize negative beliefs about his own value. Society often ties worth to material success, and this can create a dissonance between a person's self-perception and their external reality. If he cannot afford the same luxuries or comforts as others, he might feel invisible, inferior, or unimportant. These feelings, if unchecked, can fester and undermine a person's confidence, creating a cycle of self-doubt and discouragement. The lack of financial resources can strip away a person's sense of control, making them feel like a passive observer in their own life. The pressure to survive without the means to thrive can cause anxiety, fear, and even depression. This psychological struggle is not inherently permanent. While it's easy to fall into a trap of self-pity or resignation, it's crucial to recognize that these emotions, though real, are not fixed. The mind has the capacity to change, to grow, and to adapt. A man without money must first acknowledge the psychological toll that poverty takes, but also recognize that he has the agency to shift his mindset. The key lies in how he responds to his circumstances. Will he allow himself to be consumed by negative thoughts, or will he take action to reclaim his sense of self-worth? One of the most powerful tools a man can have in such situations is a mindset of growth and resilience. A person who can view adversity not as a punishment but as a challenge has the potential to rise above their circumstances. Adversity, including the hardship of financial struggle, can teach invaluable lessons in patience, persistence, and problem solving. It forces a person to confront their limitations and to find creative ways to overcome them. In this way, the absence of money, rather than being an obstacle, can become a training ground for strength of character. The psychological impact of poverty can also be mitigated by cultivating a sense of purpose and direction. When a man focuses on developing skills, setting goals, and working towards a larger vision, he can begin to shift his mental state from one of victimhood to one of empowerment. This sense of purpose becomes a counterbalance to the negativity that financial struggle often breeds. Purpose fuels action, and action leads to progress. The psychological impact of poverty is real, but it need not be defining. A man without money faces significant challenges, but those challenges also provide opportunities for mental and emotional growth. It is not the lack of money that defines a man, but how he chooses to respond to his situation. Through resilience, purpose, and a commitment to growth, he can transcend the limitations imposed by his financial circumstances and build a future of greater possibility and self-worth. A man without money is often faced with a crucial realization. In order to navigate the complexities of life and secure his future, he must develop skills that are valuable to others. Money is rarely given for its own sake. It is earned through the creation of value. In today's world, the means by which a person earns money is increasingly tied to their ability to contribute through specific skills. These skills, whether intellectual, technical, or interpersonal, are the currency that a person can exchange for financial stability and success. Without money, the focus shifts to the development of these abilities, as they are the building blocks of not only financial wealth but personal growth. The first step in this process is recognizing that value comes in many forms. A person may not have money now, but they possess potential in the form of their intellect, creativity, work ethic, or capacity to learn. Skill development is an ongoing journey, one that requires dedication, time, and an understanding that mastering a craft is essential to creating opportunity. This is particularly important in a world that demands specialization, where employers, clients, and communities reward those who can demonstrate their ability to solve specific problems. For a man without money, the priority must be to identify what skills are in demand and how to acquire and refine those skills. Whether it's learning a trade like plumbing or carpentry, mastering a technical skill like coding or data analysis, or honing soft skills like communication and negotiation, each of these abilities provides a man with the means to serve others and in return earn compensation. It is through the continuous development of these skills that a man can begin to turn his life around. No longer will he be at the mercy of circumstances. He will be equipped with the tools needed to shape his own future. In addition to technical or vocational skills, interpersonal skills are equally crucial. The ability to network, build relationships, and communicate effectively can often prove to be as valuable as technical expertise. Personal relationships, trust, and social capital can open doors to opportunities that money alone cannot buy. A man who is skilled in building rapport, working within teams, or leading others will often find that these abilities can lead to promotions, collaborations, and partnerships that fuel long-term success. Skill development is not just about monetary gain, it is also a pathway to personal fulfillment and confidence. A man who masters a skill gains a sense of accomplishment and autonomy. Each new level of competence brings with it a greater sense of self-respect, as well as the respect of others. When a man invests in his own growth, he not only increases his market value, but also enriches his sense of self-worth, turning his lack of money into a powerful motivator for personal development. Money follows those who can offer value, and value is rooted in the skills a person possesses. A man without money is not without resources. He has the capacity to learn, adapt, and grow. By focusing on skill development, he positions himself to unlock opportunities, overcome adversity, and eventually build a life of financial independence. Through this process, money becomes not just a goal, but a reflection of the personal growth and value a man has created for himself and for others. Money is often seen as the ultimate goal, the measure of success, and the means by which we determine our worth in society. However, it is crucial to understand that money is not the end in itself, but rather a byproduct of something more significant purpose and value. Money should be viewed not as a goal to be pursued for its own sake, but as a tool that enables individuals to achieve broader objectives and to measure the success of their efforts. The true aim in life should not simply be to accumulate wealth, but to create value in a way that contributes positively to the world around us. When this perspective is adopted, the pursuit of money becomes aligned with a larger vision of purpose, meaning, and service. When a person focuses only on money as the ultimate goal, they may lose sight of the deeper reasons for seeking financial success. The problem with this approach is that money, in and of itself, does not provide lasting fulfillment. It can certainly provide temporary comfort, security, or pleasure, but these benefits are often fleeting. When money becomes the central focus, it can lead to a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction, because the true sense of accomplishment comes from contributing to something greater than oneself. In contrast, when a person shifts their focus toward the creation of value, whether through solving problems, serving others, or advancing a cause, money often follows naturally as a result of these efforts. Money, in this sense, becomes a measure of how much value a person has created in the world. It is not the end, but the consequence of meaningful action. For instance, someone who develops a product that improves people's lives or provides a service that meets an unmet need will earn money as a reflection of the value they've contributed. Money then becomes an external indicator of the positive impact a person has made. This shift in perspective allows a person to find deeper satisfaction in their work. Knowing that their efforts are serving a greater purpose, the more value one can provide to others, the more opportunities arise for financial rewards to follow. By focusing on the value you offer, you begin to develop a mindset that prioritizes contribution over accumulation. This leads to a more sustainable and fulfilling approach to success. If a person is solely driven by the desire for money, they may find themselves pursuing endeavors that are shallow or short-term, chasing after wealth at the expense of integrity, authenticity, or personal growth. On the other hand, when someone prioritizes purpose, they are more likely to pursue endeavors that align with their values and that lead to meaningful outcomes, both personally and professionally. The pursuit of money becomes an afterthought, a result of doing the right things for the right reasons. Money should never be viewed as the ultimate validation of one's worth. True self-worth comes from the satisfaction of knowing that you are living in alignment with your values and contributing positively to the lives of others. This perspective allows for a healthier relationship with money, where it is seen as a tool that enables the fulfillment of higher goals, rather than a metric of personal value. By focusing on purpose, personal growth, and service to others, a person can create a life that is not only financially prosperous, but also rich in meaning, connection, and fulfillment. Money is the natural outcome of living with intention and dedication to creating value. It is not the measure of a person's worth, but a reflection of it. In the absence of money, one might assume that a person is entirely dependent on financial resources to achieve success. However, one of the most powerful resources a man without money has is his ability to build and leverage relationships. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and our success in life is often determined by the networks we create, the trust we foster, and the relationships we nurture. A man who is without money may not have financial capital to invest, but he can build social capital, relationships, networks, and a reputation that can open doors to opportunities far beyond his immediate circumstances. The key to this process is recognizing that money is not always the most important currency in life. Trust, respect, and mutual support are equally, if not more, valuable. A person who is good at building rapport with others, who is dependable, kind, and generous with their time, can establish connections that will eventually lead to opportunities. In many cases, the relationships we cultivate today can be the source of the opportunities we encounter tomorrow. Whether it is through a mentor, a business partner, a friend, or a colleague, human connections can provide access to knowledge, resources, and chances that money simply cannot buy. For a man without money, this means focusing on giving before receiving. Relationships built on trust and genuine care create a foundation where both parties are willing to help one another without expectation of immediate gain. By showing up for others, offering assistance, sharing knowledge, and being a reliable and supportive individual, a person without money can build an invaluable network that will eventually support his personal and professional growth. Over time, this social capital will bear fruit in the form of opportunities, job offers, collaborations, or even financial investment that might not have been available if the focus was solely on monetary accumulation. Networking is not just about making acquaintances for future gain, it's also about creating a sense of belonging and community. People are more likely to open up to those they feel connected to, and it is within these close-knit groups that opportunities often arise. A man without money can offer his skills, advice, or companionship, and through these small contributions, he can deepen his relationships and make meaningful connections that ultimately help him achieve his goals. Social capital often works in ways that financial capital cannot. It connects people who may be able to assist in ways that money alone never could, whether through mentorship, emotional support, or providing insight into opportunities that align with one's skills and interests. The value of relationships extends beyond mere business opportunities. A network of trusted friends, family, and acquaintances provides a support system that can help a person navigate through the difficulties of life. Whether it's emotional encouragement, shared resources, or practical help during hard times, the strength of one's relationships can significantly alleviate the burden of financial hardship. This sense of community not only helps an individual endure difficult periods, but also provides the emotional and mental resilience needed to keep moving forward. A man without money is not truly without resources. The relationships he forms and the trust he builds are assets that, if nurtured, can yield far greater returns than financial wealth alone. By focusing on the value of human connection, he can create a web of support that not only enriches his life in immeasurable ways, but also opens up pathways to greater opportunities, proving that sometimes the most important investments we make are in people, not money. Adversity is often viewed through a negative lens, especially when one is faced with the lack of financial resources. It's easy to see hardship as an obstacle, something to avoid or escape. However, when a man is without money, adversity can become a powerful catalyst for transformation and growth. The absence of financial resources forces a person to confront their limitations, face their fears, and rise above their current circumstances. In many ways, it is the challenges presented by financial struggle that offer the most profound opportunities for personal development. When a man finds himself without money, he is essentially forced to step outside his comfort zone. This situation demands creativity, resilience, and resourcefulness, qualities that are often developed through necessity. The lack of financial resources pushes a person to find alternative solutions, to think critically and independently, and to explore avenues they may not have considered otherwise. In the face of adversity, the human mind is often at its most inventive, seeking ways to solve problems that might otherwise seem insurmountable. A person who is unable to rely on money as a crutch must find other ways to succeed, whether through leveraging skills, building relationships, or finding unconventional opportunities. The process of overcoming adversity builds resilience and mental fortitude. Each small victory, whether it's securing a temporary job, learning a new skill, or managing to make ends meet, reinforces the individual's sense of agency. These victories become stepping stones toward greater self-confidence. A person who has faced financial hardship and emerged stronger will develop an unshakable belief in their ability to weather future storms. Adversity teaches the value of persistence, as those who continue to push forward despite setbacks will inevitably learn from their mistakes, refine their strategies, and become better equipped to handle life's challenges. Adversity fosters a deeper understanding of one's own values and purpose. When stripped of material wealth, a person is often forced to focus on what truly matters, what brings them meaning, fulfillment, and a sense of accomplishment. This clarity can become a guiding force that helps a person navigate through life with a renewed sense of purpose. Financial struggle can serve as a reminder that material possessions are not the source of happiness or fulfillment. Instead, it is our relationships, our contributions, and our growth that bring true satisfaction. A man without money through adversity has the chance to reassess his priorities and redirect his energy toward what truly aligns with his values. Adversity can also reveal strengths and qualities that a person might not have realized they possessed. The experience of facing hardship often leads to personal breakthroughs, helping a man tap into deeper reserves of strength, resilience, and creativity. When survival is on the line, individuals often push themselves to new limits, demonstrating courage and resourcefulness that were previously dormant. Over time, this sense of accomplishment and personal growth builds a more profound sense of self-worth as the individual understands that they are capable of overcoming challenges and thriving in the face of adversity. The absence of money does not have to define a person's potential. Rather, it can serve as an opportunity to develop resilience, uncover hidden talents, and redefine one's values and goals. Adversity is not a barrier, it is a powerful force for transformation, enabling a man to transcend his limitations, build a more meaningful life, and create a foundation for future success. Through adversity, a person without money can discover their true strength and capacity for growth, transforming hardship into an essential part of their journey towards success. In conclusion, while money is undoubtedly a powerful tool in our modern world, it is far from the defining measure of a person's worth. A man without money faces significant, but those challenges also present unparalleled opportunities for personal growth, skill development, and resilience. The absence of money forces a shift in focus, away from mere accumulation of wealth and toward the creation of value, the cultivation of meaningful relationships, and the embrace of responsibility. It is through adversity that one learns the true strength of character and the power of perseverance. By developing essential skills, nurturing relationships, and staying committed to a higher purpose, a person can overcome financial hardship and build a life of both meaning and success. Ultimately, the pursuit of money becomes secondary to the pursuit of growth, contribution, and self-improvement. A man without money is not without resources. He has within him the capacity to create value, to build networks, and to develop the resilience necessary to transform his circumstances. In this way, the true wealth of a man is measured not by the money in his pocket, but by the value he creates, the relationships he builds, and the strength of his character in the face of adversity.